Basement Dwellers, hosted by your boys Jacob Santoro and Christian Talone.
You're blabbering about unnecessary stuff. Cut it out.
Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button to get all the updates from the channel too.
Tell me what your hand's doing over that button first.
But for now, just loud shout and kick back, cause I got a fresh one right here delivered to your speakers. Lock in.
Alright.
Salutations, Internet. Welcome to the Basement Dweller Podcast with me and Christian. I am Jacob. That is Christian. Today, we come back to the land of the living. We are currently, one of us is currently suffering for some sniffles. Someone's not feeling so good. Oh,
Yeah,
buddy.
I've got the sniffles.
He's got the sniffly whifflies. All of us. This is the common sinus infection is the new COVID of 2024. I swear. Everyone in the house actually got it this time. It is horrible, dude. I swear, sinus infections are the worst. You wake up with like crusty boogies and like the worst phlegm, like it stings kind of phlegm.
Dude, I didn't even have phlegm. I just had like an insanely runny nose, and then like my sinuses just burned.
Yeah.
And I'm extra pissed because this is like a week and a half after I just got over COVID.
Yeah.
Like I got COVID and now I have a sinus infection.
I think that this is just like the Arizona, like the weather's. It's fucking freezing here. For people who don't live here, I mean, I feel like every year we say it's abnormally cold, but like it's cold. I mean, I got like ice warnings.
Yeah.
Like my car had ice on it.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah, it dropped below 30 the other day.
Yeah. So I think that this is just everyone. And also this house is the literal definition of hot or cold. Like it's either 65 degrees in here or it's 75. But I'll tell you, during the winter
and it
months,
varies between rooms too.
yeah,
Like right now, like if you go to the living room, it's like hot.
yeah,
But right here, it's like, okay, my room is freezing.
yeah. Well, do you have your window open?
No.
Oh, I see. I had my window open because I get really hot.
Yeah, I think that's what gave me the sinus infection in the first place.
Oh, you just had like the suds. He's left the window open.
Yeah.
Yeah. My temperature just varies. Like I will wake up in the middle of the night just to open my window and then like wake up 2 hours later to close it. Like I need like a perfect primo temperature.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling fine now. You're kind of recovering. A lot is going on. This year has started very strong, depending on who you ask. I mean, we're on our way into the sexy 2020-2024 year. We'll be doing our weigh-ins every week for that. I specifically pleaded with you not to weigh right now because I just ate. And I did look up scientifically, the best time to weigh yourself is when you wake up.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have to do like, I'll have someone hold the camera while I weigh myself when I wake up.
I
And
disagree.
then when you wake up.
The best time to weigh yourself is after you wake up, after you take your morning dumper.
Oh, you got to poop it out first?
Yeah, because I definitely like weighed myself this morning too, and I was like, that's not right. And then I went and took a dump, and I was like, okay, that's yeah.
I mean, it really is a matter of pounds and ounces for sure.
Yeah.
There has definitely been some from the morning that I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I'm a waist size smaller now.
I feel light.
Yeah, I feel good.
I feel nimble now.
But no, that's been really good. And then just culturally, a lot of things. I don't know if you know, but Matt Pat just announced his retirement from YouTube. That's the game theory guy.
Yeah.
So that's weird. That's weird that we're like in a year, like in a time of our lives that YouTubers are retiring. It's been around for a long time.
Crazy, yeah.
Like I just watched this video of Limp Bizkit doing break stuff at Woodstock 99. And like the first comment was like, hard to believe that this video footage is half a century old.
Ew.
I know. When you put it into perspective like that, how weird is that?
Half a century? That can't be right.
Yeah, 99. It's almost a half a century old. It is a half a century old. We're
Well,
into
that's
the
a quarter century.
or quarter century. Sorry, that's what he said. But still, when you say a quarter as opposed to 25 years,
Yeah.
it sounds way longer.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been in the internet for that long.
Fuck, man.
I know. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like we grew up in the 90s and like we are now 30 going into YouTube? Do you think that you would have been addicted to viral videos?
No. I had YouTube as a teenager.
No, but I'm saying like imagine like being like 30 and then you're like and then like your coworker's like, dude, have you seen this Charlie bit my finger kid? You know what I mean? Like, do you think that we'd be out in the patio smoking cigarettes and be like, dude, you gotta watch this chipmunk, dude, when he turns around and gives you the crazy stare? Like,
I mean, I feel like that's kind of what people did, no? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
what was your like YouTube addiction?
My YouTube addiction was always
when you were a kid?
I was like, do you know gaming?
Oh yeah.
I always watch those videos. Also a lot of conspiracy theories. Like fucking Denver airport type
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Then it was a lot of misheard lyrics videos.
Those were good. Yeah, I can't get enough of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was it.
I think when I learned that like anybody could make a video and put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Like it was so perplexing to me. Like it was so fun. And I remember like I think I was addicted to like fan made Naruto music videos. you know? I was like, that's dope. You know?
Yeah, I like that too. I remember like people would pick like different songs.
It's like Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Like with Sasuke and Naruto fighting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I loved like ghost like videos.
Yeah.
Like
Watched a lot of those.
and like we all remember, I can't name the song, but we all know like the top 10 song from like the early 2000s. Like that pop like that like house music song that was in every YouTube video.
Sandstorm?
No, it wasn't Sandstorm, but if I play it for you, like
Tarude Sandstorm?
no, that was also in everything too, but like they'd have like the shitty backgrounds with like the like the papyrus font. And here was like, here's the 10 money glitches or how to get unlimited like Club Penguin credits.
Yeah.
You know? I was addicted to those. Ooh. Oh, that's something. You got me sick again.
I got you sick again. You said you had it too. I don't know why you're trying to make it out like I'm the freaking leper in the house.
I'm dying right now. Entertain. Keep talking.
Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, you can talk about it now.
All right. So, recently, yesterday morning,
Sorry.
if you haven't heard, a Jewish synagogue. I mean, I guess that's the only kind of synagogue. But
Yeah.
in Brooklyn, fucking like, I'll read the thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's off Wikipedia, but I double checked it and it checks out.
Like I said, it is a continuous wild ride of events already.
All right, I'll read it. On the afternoon of January 8th, 2024, a group of yeshiva students reported to be Chabad Messianics gathered at 770 in an attempt to protect the hidden passageways after a cement truck arrived to fill in one of the tunnels. The men were seen entering the building, tearing up wood paneling and throwing wood pews while several of the men ran into the tunnels to stop them being filled. So this is probably the video you've seen of like a bunch of like, Orthodox Jew guys.
We'll explain it for people who haven't seen it.
Well, there's a video going around of like cops like cornering like this, like it seems like 50 people, of Orthodox Jewish men, and they're like freaking out and they're like flipping chairs and like doing all kinds of shit. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. Basically, what happened was, I guess there was a cement truck that was responding to like a hazardous structural problem, right? A hole, and he went to go fill up the hole and with cement. And then while he started doing this, a bunch of Jews started. Is it okay to say Jews?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's what they
bunch
are.
of Jewish guys. Like,
I mean, you could say Jewish people, but I mean,
I'm just saying because they looked like Jews. They had like the suits and the hats and the curlies.
yeah, they
and
look sick. Yeah.
And they started like jumping out and like punching the truck and like freaking out at this guy. He's like, "Oh no!" So he called the cops. The cops came, right? Investigated the hole and found it to be like a tunnel system. And they're not saying what it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing officially stated saying what it is. I saw pictures. Again, they're unverified, but the pictures that I saw, like, they showed like mattresses, like I guess there were traces of blood and like babies' high chairs and stuff in there. Just kind of some weird shit, in there. And I guess the tunnel led to an abandoned bathhouse somewhere. And I mean, I don't know if it matters, but the temple itself is like very close to Jeffrey Epstein's New York residence.
It matters. And there's no such thing as a coincidence anymore. We're done pretending that there's anything other than confirmed facts, everything. What the fuck is on my shirt? Jesus, I'm a mess.
You got some cum on your shirt?
I don't know, maybe. He's fucking, geez Louise. There is no such thing as a coincidence anymore. You cannot tell me that after, first of all, and I know you'll finish the story,
Yeah.
but like how insane this is. And not only did they act as if they got caught in the cookie jar, like they acted like they were doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, they were freaking. All the newsreels say that they were rioting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and it just so happens
right.
to be right next to J. Epps' house. I
Yeah.
mean, like, come on, dude.
The Jeff's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so like they start like doing all the shit, and the cops are all getting. And then there's like videos from like the street where straight up like there's just whole dudes just jumping out of the sewers like fucking Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
You know. So, and then the funniest part to me was that like there's one guy on Twitter X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He was tweeting like since November. And he's just like, I swear to God, like I live on the ground floor in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and I can hear people speaking Yiddish under my house. And then like it's funny because like I feel like a few other people like started tweeting that too, but a lot of people thought it was just like
Just anti-Semitism.
just anti-Semitism, just like you're comparing Jewish people to rats, like
Yeah.
you're saying they live under buildings and in the sewers and blah 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 blah. Yeah. And I guess they just like went in on this guy. And then, like, again, he's just like, again, I keep hearing people speaking Jewish under my house. It sounds like they're digging. And again, it gets more flack for it.
Most sane New Yorker.
Yeah, and then immediately after that shit, like, blows up, he's like, you guys owe me an apology.
Yeah, do you know?
He's
Yeah.
like, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. Like, to be proven that right. Like,
Dude.
like,
I knew there were Jews under my house.
there's Jews in my basement, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
So-
and especially, that poor guy. It's just
Yeah.
like, his friends were just like, dude, like
That
he's
dude was losing it for
Yeah.
2 months.
yeah.
But so I guess they arrested like 10 or 12 people or something like that. 7 of them got convicted for like criminal mischief and like you know
Odds and ends stuff.
right like kind of like but not for the fucking ruining the infrastructure of New York, like
Right.
of Brooklyn. So some of them got taken in. A few of them got released or have to be arraigned in front of a judge or something because, well, not because, but their age range was like from 19 to like 22.
Mm-hmm.
So also kind of like why?
Yeah.
And then the rabbi, the guy who like runs the shit, is like, oh, we're so disappointed in the youth of our synagogue community, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, how did you not know?
Yeah.
You know, like how did you not know? And why were there 50 some, homies like in the building just losing their shit about it?
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just like, it doesn't take, if you're digging tunnels, bro, it takes more than fucking 20 something.
I mean, unless they're in there like dwarven mine style with like pickaxes and like,
bro, no. You know how hard it is? I mean, dude, it's one thing to dig into like dirt and shit. You're digging under a city.
yeah.
Like there's concrete, there's walls, there's infrastructure,
pillars.
there's pillars,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
metal, like shit you got to get through.
How big was the tunnel?
I don't remember, but I want to say it was like at least. We can look it up. Hold on.
Was it? It was big enough to apparently transfer people.
It was
right?
big enough to go from one place to another. Let's see. How long was the Brooklyn Tunnel?
Well, I mean, you might not get because there is a Brooklyn Tunnel. It's like a subway thing, but
How long was the Jewish Brooklyn Tunnel?
there you go. Yeah, we're gonna have to start adding that, unfortunately, because the way that they came out all aggressive and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know which other way you would come out, like, and just be like, you got me, like, but
Yeah, it's. Let me see. Hold on. The hallway, dirt-filled room where roughly 2 by 2 foot grate has been removed from the wall, which was adjacent to the world headquarters of Crown Heights videographer. There's not a lot saying what it is, but like you can look at it. There's pictures of it now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is from the New York Post. You could check it out there. But I mean, it definitely looks like the Saddam Hussein hole.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like a dirty, like
yeah.
square tunnel.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah. Okay. I mean, for all we know, they were just like, what can I say? Taxis are expensive. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just decided to
This
Minecraft.
economy,
Yeah,
oh.
they just decided to Minecraft their way to like the other, like the homie's house. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's a wrap for like, you know, destruction of like city property. It has to be. But the aggression, that's what's weird. Like, that's what sparks my interest is like the aggression.
So according to this, it's only like it goes only between like 4 buildings, 3 or 4 buildings.
But I mean, that's got to be sketchy shit.
It's weird. Like, why do you need a tunnelway?
Yeah.
You know, because it goes from the synagogue to a women's bath to a men's bath.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. It's just it's weird, and I it's just like shit keeps happening, dude. Like,
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
shit's
Shit
weird.
keeps happening. It keeps happening. So at one point, you just stop feeling like, you know, who's been going down the rabbit hole right now is our friend Andrew, who was on the show, and he's like, dude, I've got so much shit that I've been learning about. Like, he's like, I got to come back on and talk about it because again, like, I don't even think that like there's some that are, in my opinion, still like people who still believe that like the Earth is flat. Like I think that's silly. But like, I mean, like all this stuff coincidentally just happens.
Yeah.
And we found out the other day, this isn't even like breaking news that like not only was Stephen Hawking on the Epstein flight logs, but he was also like into some heinous debaucherous shit. Like he liked taking little people and like making them do math equations. Like that's some eyes wide shut.
That boy like midgets.
Yeah, dude. Like that's the kind of stuff that like, yeah, like the echelon of like what we think they do. That like I'm starting to really believe that like 2026, Sandra Bullock gets caught with fucking newborn baby spines in her beauty cabinet because they help with fucking wrinkles. Like,
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's how everyone felt about fucking what was it, stem cells?
yeah,
You know,
yeah. But I'm just saying that like this whole like, and especially
that
because
adrenochrome. You know,
I could just be so like, you know, I just finished Ozark, the show.
Yeah.
Phenomenal show. If you guys have never watched it, it's so good. But like the one thing that I always said was that like this is about a family who by every definition of the meaning looks like a normal family. And they just so happen to just own like a bunch of like they own like a lakeside bar and grill. They own a crematorium. They own like the local titty bar. And then like they own like a casino. Like that's like a big thing that they try to do. And it's like, yeah, man, like these are just like, you know, like come up stories. But I always think like how often in my life have I like just walked by someone
who walked by like just a fucking GTA criminal.
yeah, you know, like, and it's starting to get like more and more like not paranoid, but like it's just interesting because it's like, are we really just that insignificant? Because unless you're not telling me something, like I'm not doing anything weird. Like I just have a fucking podcast that I do once a week and I work from home. Like,
I think it's definitely more than you think it is, but I don't think it's like to the level that like TV shows and shit put it at. Obviously, like if you're involved with like cartels and shit like that, you're gonna have to do some shady shit,
yeah,
right? I do think there are people closer to cartels than you would think they are, you know, because it doesn't take that. You don't have to go that far to find someone who's linked to a cartel. Like if you got a friend who was ever like. If you have a Mexican friend, you have me. I have a friend, or I know somebody who worked for the cartels, right? I won't say who it was because I'm not trying to get my head sawed off on video, but
yeah.
I had a family member who like straight up used to like run drugs like from Mexico to California.
Damn.
And it's fucking yeah, dude, that shit happens.
All right, that's it.
It's just
we got him.
No, but it's just like it's around, you know, and you know people who are close to it. It's just
We're just walking a fine line. Like, do I really think that that the local dry cleaners is a money laundering system, or am I just being a little racist about it? Like, I'm just saying. Like, I've seen a lot of like mom and pop shops that a lot of these other things rise up and fail, and these mom and pop shops have been together for like years and years and years, and I think like I've seen maybe 5 people in your establishment this month. Like
it's like The owners of the companies for money laundering like shit shows don't have to really be in on it.
Yeah.
You know, you just need a cash business.
Yeah.
You don't even have to own the cash business. You just have to be able to an easy way to money launder. Listen up, kids. Is like if you have a big, let's say you have a fake 100, you just take it to somewhere where they accept cash where they're not likely to check that it's a fake 100, right? And you buy something cheap, like a stick of gum, and then they give you change in 20s, right? But they're real 20s, so you just turn a fake 100 into 98. But 98, 95, in 20s. So that's why, like in Ozark, he's always like, well, it's going to depreciate or you're going to lose value. You're going to lose, $2 million on this whole thing. And he's like, oh, well, it's about a test. You have to, because you do lose money doing it, but you have real or usable money. So it's like it's doable. It's not hard to do. It's when people start catching on to you that it gets harder. But again, like if you're just doing it here and there at different places, different locations, different cities, it's like people aren't going to catch on very quick.
Would you go to the island? But if you told anyone what happened, you'd get murdered. Do you think you can hold that information?
Would I go to Gypsy Island?
Like
No.
like a fly on the wall? Like you
No.
could just like go witness and see what happens, but you can't report anything about it?
What would be the point of that?
I don't know. Just so you know?
No, then I'm just on the list.
No, like I'm saying, like you're in and out. Like you're just kind of like, they're like, oh, you want to know? Like, all right, you can know.
What does Frank say? He says, I went to the island
Not, it wasn't. Yes, I was on the sex
because
island.
I was in there for the scuba diving, or the snorkeling.
I didn't know about the kid stuff.
Because the kid stuff soiled the whole operation.
I don't know. Like, it just makes me sad because I'm just like, are people that easily corruptible that it really is just like, hey, I'm going to go party on my friend Jeffrey's island?
All the proof you need, dude, is the docket, all the people who went there, the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was confirmed a fucking monster of a person, right? And then the fact that there are multiple like picture records of this guy hanging out with like A-list celebrities and like world leaders. And
But then do you think that money is like the root of all evil and made them that way?
yeah,
Because I only asked that because, like, according to after all the stuff like exploded with Jared from Subway, people who knew him like as like when he had the fat pants on were like, he's a weirdo. Like he was always a weirdo.
yeah.
It's just now that he had millions of dollars, he could just fund his sexcapades.
Well, yeah, and I think he is a special example of like kind of the dawn of like internet celebrities.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say he was like an internet celebrity, but remember, like he wasn't originally like their like spokesperson.
Right. He was like a story, like a
He
one.
was just like a story, like I lost all this weight eating Subway, and there's the famous picture of him with the pants,
with the pants, yeah, the fat pants.
yeah, and so then like after he started making,
Obscene amount of money.
not even the money, he just got really like popularized, and he brought a lot of business to Subway,
And he was in everything.
because everyone was like, "Damn, that dude was fat as shit." Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like I don't want to be fat anymore. I'm going to do what he does. So he brought a lot of business to Subway. So then that's when Subway's going to reach out to him and be like, "Hey, do you mind if we use you as a spokesperson to do this?"
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you, Subway at the beginning of it didn't know about all that shit, right? Still probably didn't know while he was doing it, but
Yeah.
I think so. This is going to sound like a really nerdy like fucking example, but it makes sense. So like in Warhammer 40K,
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
shut up. In Warhammer, right? There's the Eldari,
Yeah.
right? The elves. Their whole story is that they're so long lived and they have like pretty much everything that they eventually were bored by what you and I would consider is having the most,
Yeah.
right? So bored just of life because they're so long lived. Sex is boring, right? War is boring.
Like everything's accessible.
Crime is boring. Yeah. So they eventually just devolve into this like we need to be extreme because that's the only way we feel anything. Right. So I think humans are obviously not elves, right? And we're short lived. So I think when you take someone who has like a crackhead mentality, because also you have to remember like celebrities are just people, right?
Yeah.
Celebrities have addictive behavior. And there are tons of celebrities where like fucking any of the dudes from Motley Crue, any of the dudes, you know, like any 80s rock star, honestly, if they never caught a break, dude, they'd just be a fucking bumbling idiot in the streets.
Right, just a
doing
drunk.
heroin all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So think about this. It's like you have some people who have so much money who otherwise would have been a crackhead or a fucking just skid if they never got their big break. Right? Now, that also goes for, you know, pedophiles and murderers and psychos. So it's like you have all these people. There's a pretty good chance that a lot of them are weird. You know, so it's like once you have all this money and all this stuff, you know, if you're that addictive behavior makes you always want more.
Yeah.
You know, always want something different, always want change. So I think that these people kind of get into the mindset of like, well, you know, prostitutes, you know, having a room full of naked women isn't doing it for me anymore.
Yeah.
Now I need something else. I need something different.
Yeah.
You know, I need not alive women. You know, I
Yeah.
need kids. I need, you know, it's like, it's crazy. Like, but it's like, you can kind of see the de-evolution of like someone's like, you know, thought processes when money is involved. When you're able to ask essentially for anything.
That's what I'm saying is like, I think the best proof of this is like Mr. Beast. I swear to Christ, if I find out in like 5 years, Mr. Beast was like having crazy, like obscene sex parties and stuff like that, I'm gonna be so bummed. Cause that's the kind of guy I look at. I'm like, he's got a lot of money. He does nothing but good with it. You know what I mean? And like, and I think that a lot of people can get lumped in. Like, I'm definitely not saying that I'm like, oh, every fucking, you know, celebrity's a fucking gross person. I mean, I'm sure not. For all we know, as much as I would refuse to agree with this own statement, like maybe fucking, you don't know, like maybe fucking Bezos really just enjoys a fucking cup of tea in the morning and likes to go work out and runs the biggest company in the world, you know?
Maybe Joel Osteen ain't so bad.
Yeah, maybe, would you want a bunch of strangers in your house? I mean, come on. No, but like, I get what you're saying. I think that's just like my thing. Is like, I love what we do. And like, this is super fun, but like, we also, are not trust fund kids. And we're also not doing an original idea. Like, we do this because we have fun doing it. And if it goes somewhere that's super sweet, I don't think we're ever going to see the success that like, again, that like, you know, a Rothschild experiences, you know, but like, I do always fear like, what could I possibly get into? Like what would it feel like to, I can't even, you know how like we always like say like the reason you don't fear death is because you can't even comprehend what death is.
Yeah.
Like people will always put like, oh, I'm afraid like, cause you think like, okay, I won't be able to see anything. I won't be able to hear anything. I won't be able to even think. Hurt your brain.
Yeah.
But like you can't comprehend what that really is, right? So I think of that in a way of just like if I had $25 billion right now, like all of my dreams can come true.
Yeah.
And then I would still have $24.5 billion.
Yeah.
Like to be bored with life to that extreme is so like perplexing to me.
Yeah,
that
dude.
you got to go to a fucking island to get some jimmies off.
This is the thing. I also don't think it was just kids.
Well, no, but
I mean, that was definitely a part of it, but I think people focus on the kids because it's the most like shocking.
yeah,
But I 100% believe that there was also like other shit going on.
like people eating and stuff.
Maybe not people eating, but other like, you know, kind of like he was like kind of like a Willy Wonka of like, you know, come with me. And,
yeah.
you know, like he just kind of wanted to like make everyone just experience their weirdest fucking fetishes.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like I'm sure there was other weird shit going on, but the kids thing is probably the worst one.
I just imagine like all I want in life is I just want to buy things that I always thought was cool. Like I have always wanted to own like an expensive piece of just memorabilia that I can look at.
Yeah.
That's like that to me. That to me is like what I would do with my billions of dollars. It's like when you ask me right now, it's like I'm gonna give this to you, but you have to make a purchase that's $5 million or more right now. The only thing I could think of is like I would want like a legend. Like I'd want like one of the original. Like I want one of Les Paul's original Les Pauls.
That's cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like I'd want like a real, like I'm not even an art guy, but I'd want like a piece of really good art.
Yeah.
You know, like because like to me, it's like that's the only thing I can imagine spending that much money on. Like, because of course, like if I had a bunch of money, it's like, and like, because those people don't stop either. Like, that's the thing you hear too.
Right.
Like the people who win the lottery and then go broke essentially just reveled in their riches and then went too far high to the sun.
Yeah.
Whereas like the people like, it's like, of course you have people like, what's his name? The fucking, the Dallas Mavericks owner, the guy that's on Shark Tank, Mark Cuban. Like he's always like, you people don't understand that if you inherited or won $10 million, like you would never have to work a day in your life. But I feel like that's the mentality where you're just like, now I'm like, Christian, I'm so fucking, do you want to go to Japan for 4 months and then just like stay in the nicest hotel and eat fucking $10,000 meals every day? Like that's the shit that people like will ruin themselves with.
Yeah, but see, I don't see myself getting ruined by money. I just don't. I would secure like a nice place to live, right? I would get a nice car that's not going to break down, and probably a second car just in case.
Probably 6 or 7 cars.
No, I would just get like 2 cars, right? And they would be like, no, they wouldn't be like race cars. They would just be like nice cars.
Just a 2023 Toyota Tacoma.
No, I'm talking like the most expensive. Like I would go with it is probably like a BMW 3 Series.
Yeah.
Like it's expensive, but it's not like like it's not like $100,000 car.
Yeah.
And so I would do that. I would get a decent house with like maybe a couple extra rooms just in case people wanted to stay, and that's it. That's like all I would focus on. I would make sure Micah gets to go to school. And then I'd be done. Yeah. Right. All the rest of my money, if I could get it like $5,000 a month, just deposit it.
Give yourself a trust.
Well, yeah, no shit. Like, because I know that if it's all in my bank account, I'll spend it on dumb shit. Yeah. Right. But if I get it like an income,
you can own Temu.
If I receive it like an income, then it's more like manageable to me.
Yeah.
I don't want to have all that in my bank account because who the fuck would, Yeah. You get hacked one time, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So I would put it in like some sort of maturing like bank account where like, it gets a percentage every month or year based on how much is in there. Right. And that's all I would do.
I guess the way I'd have to look at it is that it's just like, depending on what the amount is just like I'm set, and then like the next 10 generations of Santoros are set. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I'd have to look at it because but again,
but that's how you create psychopaths.
Yeah, and then
because you made a point earlier that I wanted to touch on where you were like, oh, we were raised like trust fund kids.
Oh yeah,
right. So that's another that kind of goes back to like what I was saying about like how people get bored with excess because think about it like. Imagine being a child and you're raised in just like a marble home, right? With like waiters or like cooks and people who clean up after you and shit. Right. You can go do whatever the fuck you want with your friends. You're like, hey guys, we're gonna go rent out an entire go-kart stadium for today. And like that kind of shit. Right. Imagine you get to do that shit every day of your life as a child. Right. You grow up like that. You're still able to do, we're gonna party at this bar, then we're going to this place, then we're gonna go drop $50K at this place. It's like being raised that way, like you expect,
nothing less,
right? So it's like imagine like when you get old and like you're gonna get bored of it. You are gonna get bored of it because it's gonna be your normal. Once you settled into a normal, you're gonna be like, I need something different. I need something more, and I feel like that's the slippery slope that leads people to be into fucking weird shit. Yeah. So. If you do that, and if you set your family up for life, just remember, like, if you have family members down the road, who don't ever have to worry about a thing ever, they might get into some weird shit.
I'd eat a human heart. I mean, if someone was just like, hey, man, like, you're in, like, the upper echelon, like, these people are like, hey, don't ask no questions. We're in international waters. Do you want to try a human heart? And I'm maybe like, yeah, can you do me a favor? I'd be like, can you do me a favor and can you like slice it up in a way with different animal meats? So if I'm just like smorgasbording,
can you cook it so it doesn't look like a human heart?
Yeah. No, I get it. That's the thing is like it almost feels like a curse then by that logic because it's like I don't want to do this every day because I'll get bored and then I'll have to find other ways to get serotonin in my body, or I'm just bored because I don't have to work anymore. But I also don't want to be a fucking fiend with my money. So, like, I feel like the only thing that I could see myself doing logistically is that, like, if that ever happens where I just win because I play the lottery once a week, so it's like if I win the 300 million, the only thing I feel like would satiate me is I would just get a nice camera, a nice lens, and then I would just travel the world and make travel vlogs.
Yeah.
just so I'm doing something. And I would try my best to not be like, I'm staying at the nicest penthouse hotel in wherever the fuck I am.
Yeah.
You know, you can enjoy a little bit, you know, but
Yeah.
but dude, and I would do so much gambling. So much gambling, Christian. It would be so fun to just bring like $1 million to like Atlantic City.
This is like, you have how many?
I don't fucking know. Like fucking, let's say $500 million.
You have 500 million. You're going to
Dude.
take a whole million.
Oh,
to gamble?
yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't do like an all or nothing on like a blackjack table. I wouldn't be like, let's put it all, you know, like
You know what? That's fair. That's totally fair, I guess.
maybe I need to hear that. Maybe I need to feel that lesson as a rich man. Maybe I just need to feel that I went
You just
home.
need to feel like extreme loss, or you need to feel extreme gain.
Loss. Maybe it's almost good that I feel lost the first time and not gain. Because if I go to fucking the Bellagio with $1 million and I leave with 6, I'm dude.
Say it for me, dog.
Yeah.
I wasn't meant for this life.
Yeah, dude. If you put $1 million on a hand of blackjack and you get a 21, so you get an ace and then a 10, king, queen, or jack, that pays out like 3-1. You just get $3 million on that, and so you're just like, all right, like, let us go again. Like, you know, like I don't know. Like that's the only, like, to be absolutely serious, the only thing that I could imagine is spending money on my friends and family, and then having fun gambling. And then, like, yeah, just making sure that I don't get caught up with fucking weirdos. Because I feel like that's the thing, too, is even if you're a nobody, that, like, if you play your cards right and become somebody, you somehow, some way got onto the to the Epstein Island, bro. Like,
And that's probably true for a lot of people. I know that. I do think that there are some people who went to Epstein's Island who, like, again, like I said, I don't think kid fucking was the only thing there. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there were people who went and they were like you know, like you made the example of Sandra Bullock. Like, I think Epstein was probably like, don't show Sandra the child stuff.
Yeah.
You know, show her the nice restaurants, show her the places to eat, show her the beach. Don't let her in the basement. She's gonna get scared.
Don't go to the basement. It's going to freak her out.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I think a lot of celebrities might have gotten a little fucked on that list being released.
Oh, yeah, because they're like, oh, man.
Dude, I was just in there to try beignets,
I
bro.
didn't know. God damn.
He had that Cajun fucking chef I wanted to try. Fuck. Like,
Yeah. I wasn't even cool enough to know what was really going on the island. I was just some kid that they dangled keys in front of. While
yeah,
there was all this,
look at all this neat stuff, dude.
yeah,
Stay up here, though. We're going to go somewhere.
yeah. I know, dude.
God.
But even after all that, it's just like you got so much fucking money. Like, you just, what do you do? Like it's so crazy. Like, I would love to hope that one time some fucking billionaire watches this episode and it's just like I wish I knew. Like, what do you do when you make that money? Like, how do you feel? Like when you have everything, like, what do you feel?
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's why you got to stay humble, dude. Like, you got to just do the Bill Gates thing, dude. Just fucking have a normal house. Was Bill Gates on the island?
Oh, yes.
Fuck, man.
Oh, wait, Bill Gates? I'm sorry. I thought you said Bill Clinton. That's why I gave you that look. I'm sorry.
No, Bill Gates.
Oh, probably.
Fucking Microsoft guy.
That guy's an whole other one. He owns a bunch of fucking like property, like corn crop fields all over the fucking Midwest that he's not doing anything with. Like, why?
That's different.
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? You know what the example I'm
yeah.
trying to make? Like, you just got to, like, live, you know, humbly.
Yeah.
Don't buy a fucking crazy mansion with a bowling alley and a fucking, you know, tennis court and shit. Just have a fucking nice house
Yeah.
in a nice neighborhood, right? And don't ever tell anybody how much money you actually have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because once people, like, I appreciate that you tell me all the time, like, oh, if I became a billionaire, dude, I'd take care of you. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right? I would do the same for you. But at the same time, I would never tell you how much money I actually had.
Yeah.
You know? Just like, because it's just rude in general. Like, I don't ever ask you how much money's in your bank account at any given time.
Yeah.
Right? I'm never like, hey, man, buy us this. And you're like, no, I can't afford it. I'm like, show me your bank account right now. I'm never going to do that to you, you know?
Yeah.
But if you tell me every day, just like, dude, I've got like still like $300 million in my bank account. I'm like, cool, man, go buy me a car.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, just live humbly. That way nobody assumes that you're a fucking billionaire,
Yeah.
you know, and then you'll be all right.
I would just help Kaya live her fantasy of all of us still living together in proximity.
Yeah.
Like remember like on
Just
last
like all of us be neighbors.
yeah, like remember how like on last episode we talked about how like that what's her name and Tim Burton just had a house that had like a bridge in between it, you
Yeah.
know? Like I would just do that.
That's pretty
Like
cool.
you know what we always talk about is that there's these little lofts right next to Cobra Arcade.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the last time you were there was, but it's like a straight up like How I Met Your Mother scenario. Like right across the street, there's like 4 or 5 lofts, and then right underneath is like a bar.
Yeah.
You know? And like every time like well, when we would go over there, Kai's like, I just want that.
Yeah.
And I would just keep like just hanging out with my friends.
I love that. I love that. I love that idea. I would like to have like a bar or a restaurant downstairs that we can just go and hang out at whenever. 'Cause it's just cool. It feels like you're on like a little clubhouse. You know, it's nice.
Yeah, but see, this is the slippery slope where I'm like, Christian, okay, feel free to say no. But I may or may not have high members of the Yakuza in my basement right now, ready to play an all or nothing game of poker.
See, okay. See, I know you're making a joke, but the Yakuza don't fuck with kids, bro. That's like one of their main things.
I'm just saying, like
It's like you don't fuck with kids, you don't fuck with women unless there are prostitutes. Like you don't do that shit.
yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's like it's becoming more and more like yeah, dude, like we don't fucking matter. You know?
Seriously, I feel it's so much more insignificant every day of my life.
It's just like if people are rich enough to be able to go out and fucking buy an island to molest children and, you know, do whatever, fuck, or even, it's just like, I go back to my thing of like, if every billionaire just donated like half of their money,
Yeah.
right, to just the general populace,
The cause.
just everyone,
Yeah.
like we'd be in a much better situation. I hold firm that there should be no such thing as a fucking billionaire,
Yeah.
right? Millionaires, fine, right? $1 million house won't get you shit now,
Yeah.
right? My mom, I was talking to her the other day, and she gave me this horrible realization because she was just like, yeah, dude, she was like, my house is worth $500,000. She was like, think about a house twice as nice as mine, and I was like, yeah. And she's just like, yeah, dude, $1 million doesn't get you shit now.
Yeah.
It's the inflation of everything and the way everything is going. It's just like I'm watching the dollar just mean less and less. Mm-hmm. And that's scary because my paycheck's the same. You know?
Yeah. Like I read this thing that was just like, it's not like things were just different back then. Like it's just inflation has made it in a way where it's just like nothing's stopping a soda pop from being 5 cents.
Really?
Like that's
Yeah.
just like the dollar. It's just like,
That's just what they're doing now.
and it's like we keep, you know, like because we keep making more money and stuff like that. That's why things keep going up and up. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's so crazy.
That's the thing is like there's no like market value for stuff like that, for stuff that a company is making.
Yeah.
You know, if stuff was held to like market value, like the sum of its parts, you know, like what's in a soda? Fucking sugar and water and
Yeah.
not a lot,
Yeah.
right? 5 cents worth of aluminum. Like, yeah, you're right. A soda is like 5 cents.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 10 cents. You know, if you include the ingredients worth in a single can.
I'm even cool with like not even like, I'm cool with even working still. Like kind of going back to
Yeah.
like the like just having like donating to the cause or whatever. Like I'm totally fine with just working still. And like I used to be like, oh well, you know, like people always like romanticize like Sweden and places like that with like all their universal health care and like all their PTO, but it's because like they're like 50 times smaller than the US, like they couldn't work here. And it's like I don't even like I realized how dumb I was because I was just like, yeah, like that, like why can't that just be a thing?
Yeah.
And like honestly, like I said, like I mean I don't want roommates, no offense. Like I don't want fucking roommates anymore. But also like I don't mind paying for stuff. I just hate that every paycheck makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yeah. No. Let me ask you this though, because you said you'd still work. So let's say you're a billionaire.
Sure.
Let's say you have $2 billion.
Okay, 2 billion.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a job. What are you doing?
I mean, it would have to just be I don't know. I don't know what a billionaire does that doesn't like, did I work my way up? Because then the answer is I
Well,
continue
say
to.
you just won the money. You have $2 billion.
I don't know. Then I guess I don't. That's too much money.
Would you just keep your current job?
No.
No. Okay.
No, but what I'm saying,
Would you get like a little funky job, like just go be like a grocery man? Or
I feel like when you have that much money, you're almost like a pseudo celebrity, and you just can't. Like you can, but like
yeah.
I guess like no, like I'm talking more so like I wouldn't mind like okay, for example, I would love like to this day, my fantasy is all I've ever wanted to do is just work at like Mel's blankety blank, Mel's guitar shop,
Sure.
Mel's bike shop, you know, Daphne's coffee, you
So
know.
so would your job be just like the owner of a place?
If I'm at $2 billion, the answer is no, I'm not working. But what I'm getting to is that I would love to do that stuff because never once in my life have I ever really had the American dream of I want a house and stuff like that. Like I think about like the guy who works again at like a photo lab.
Sure.
My whole job is that you come in, I print your photos, and we're done. Like it's a rusticy fucking Hunter S. Thompson job, but I still go home to my fucking rickety 1-bedroom apartment.
I thought you were gonna say wife.
My rickety wife. No, but like what I'm saying is that like if the job aesthetically matches the living situation, like that's all I want.
Okay.
Like I don't think that I should have to work like
So if you're like a billionaire, you want to be like a celebrity photographer. You want to be like no?
no, I think when I think of being a billionaire, I think of being like a guy on a board somewhere.
Why though?
I don't know.
What did you do?
Exactly. That's what I'm just saying. Like, I don't fucking know. I feel like if you're a billionaire, like the only real work that you do is that you just set up fucking meetings and
Nah, see, I would go the complete opposite direction. I would if I was a billionaire and I would keep a job to stay sane,
yeah.
right? Just to socialize, right? I would keep a job and I would get like just I would be like, cool, I'm gonna go get a fucking easy ass minimum wage job.
That'd be so funny. Like Christian's net worth $2 billion and he's just the fry cook at like fucking Burger
Yeah,
Mania.
no shit. I would go do that. You know why? Because it's fucking easy, right? Chilling, just fucking making burgers all day. Then I get to go home and enjoy all my fucking money that I didn't earn. You know, but I would do that because, like, the jobs that you're explaining are like yeah, they're like rich people jobs, but they're like also really hard jobs. A board member, dude, like you got to make a lot of decisions, and you're in charge of a lot of people.
Some real Game of Thrones shit.
I don't want that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I want a nice, simple job. You know, my money's still coming in no matter what.
Yeah.
I have a nice, simple job. I feel fulfilled throughout the day, right? Like I didn't let the money get to me, right?
No. Maybe I'd do like a cause. Like that'd be fun. Like I could see myself like one thing that I've always thought about was like, because I think I would stay here. I would have homes in other places, but I would stay here. And I'd probably really focus on just like arts programs for schools. Like I would fund like the Santoro Fund for
Yeah.
but I don't know how that job works. Or like I said, I would it's just weird. Like for $2 billion, like I can't imagine opening up like Jacob's guitar shop. Like I just can't imagine that. But I would have to be the owner of I would have to be the boss.
Yeah.
Because look, we could say like, oh, it's an easy job and like stuff like that. But as soon as someone is like, hey, Jacob, can you go clean that bathroom? I'd be like, fuck you, I quit.
That's what I was gonna say. Because if you said like some easy job, like you just keep your current job,
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, so you have $2 million. Now what are you gonna say if you ask for a day off and they say no?
Oh, really? Because I don't need this shit. So
Just like,
Yeah.
well, little did you know, I'm
Yeah.
a billionaire, so
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm buying this place and I'm closing it down.
a net worth of $2 billion has a nice house for me. I'd give back to Phoenix, Arizona, and I would probably make side incomes on like not being a celebrity photographer, but really learning how to do art, like tasteful art photography. Or I'd get into some weird like art of like sculpturing or painting. Like I would
Fucking boring, dude.
I know. Like, but I'm saying like if I had like $2 million, like $2 million, I'd probably still work. Yeah. But again, I would work at a job that was for me. There's no situation where I'm making over $100,000 a year where I would have a boring job.
Sure.
It would have to be a job that's my job.
Okay.
Like if I got $150,000 right now, I would give up my entire like career that I'm building towards and just take a chance on myself.
See, but then you got your income, and then you're like getting taxed up the asshole, and then see, don't want that.
That's fine.
I want a bunch of money nobody knows about. I want them to take the usual, just like what, $500 to $1,000 taxes out of my paycheck every year.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fine,
Yeah.
you know. And then I got all this money to go play with after my shift ends, after my 9 to 5 is over.
Or I just invest in being Bruce Wayne, dude.
Yeah, and then I'm just fucking Batman. Nobody knows
That's what I'm
that.
saying. I'm a board member, dude, and I'm secretly Batman. I work for the pharmaceutical company while also busting heads at night when they sell those drugs.
Jesus. I don't know. I've not been put in this situation to where I could even like conceive to think about how I would really act. I want to say that I wouldn't let the money get to me. I would live humbly.
You say it now.
I would take care of my son until he turns 18. Then he's chopped.
Damn.
Then he's cut off. Right. But I would instill like I wouldn't be like do what I did because I want this money in the lottery. Play the lottery every week so you could be like me.
I like to think of a situation where you're just like, where Micah is just like, he's like, Dad, he's like, my car just took a shit, and I really like if I don't go to work, I'm gonna get fired. I need $1,300 for a new transmission, and you're like, I don't know, son, you're gonna have to figure it out. But anyways, me and Jacob are about to board.
I taught myself how to replace a transmission once.
With my $50 million, I took a course. Anyways, me and Jacob are about to go to Bora Bora. So if you get fired, figure it out.
No, it's just like at a certain to avoid that whole situation. It's like at a certain point to avoid him, like again, getting used to just living in extravagance, right? I would have to like be like, okay, like I'll give him some money. I'll give him like I'm not gonna be like Trump and be like, oh, my father gave me a small loan of $1 billion, whatever the fuck he said. I would be like, here's some startup money. Go get yourself a place, get yourself a car, get a job, and then that's where our connection ends.
Well, what if he's like, what if you do like the Shaq thing? Like Shaq says that like his 4 kids like don't touch his money unless they're like going to college. They maintain like a 4.0. They have a job lined up. So like, what if he's consistently making strides in life? Like you'll throw him a nut every now and again, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm still his dad. I'll still, like you said, like with the whole like he needs a new transmission. Like I'll take care of him.
Yeah.
Right. I'll help him out.
Oh, but just being like, here's $10 million.
But yeah, I'm not gonna just let him like just receive $10 million every month for no reason.
Yeah.
Right. I would never give him $10 million a month.
Yeah.
Never. Right. If he asks for $10 million because he wants to buy a sick ass car one time, maybe.
Do you think you'd have more kids if you were a billionaire?
No.
No?
No.
Dude, I feel like I would be pumping them out.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel like you need a lot of money to have kids.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'd have like 6 or 7.
Do you want a lot of kids?
Ideally, if I could afford them. But then I'd always be afraid of just like, how are we going to kill Dad?
Oh yeah, dude. There's also that.
How are we going to push
Dad has all the money. We need to get rid of that motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, how do I? Because look, like I'm not trying to air out family drama on this show, but let me just say that certain events have happened in recent over the last 4
Jacob
years.
killed his dad.
I killed my dad. Don't clip that. No, like, and I just have watched family members eat each other alive for just.
On the island or
no, not on the island for like the financial remains of like other family members, and it's just disgusting.
Yeah,
like that's what I don't want to happen.
Yeah, so like, funny you mentioned that. Like my lady works in the mortuary business, right? And I said, "What's the how long are like people like kept like frozen, right?" And she said there's one guy who's been there since 2022.
Whoa.
Like just frozen.
Wow.
Right. She said he don't even look like a guy anymore.
Yeah.
But she says the reason that he has not been cremated or buried or whatever is because there's a financial dispute. Because I guess dude got married like as a young man, right? And it didn't work out. Right? Yeah. But they never officially divorced. Yeah. But they've both moved on with their lives 30 years since. Right? So now he has this new wife, but they're not like legally married. But she's like his, like, what do you call it? Like, not guarantor or whatever. Like,
sure.
You know what I mean? Like, she's supposed to, like, he spent his life with her, so she's supposed to get everything.
Right.
Or have a say in everything.
Beneficiary.
Yes. But because he's still legally married to this other lady, she popped up and was like, I want his money. You know? you're not going to do any of this. Because the lady that he was with doesn't even want the money, really. She just wants to make sure that he's like buried and taken care of or cremated. I don't remember. But basically, it's like there's this one lady just popping out of the woodworks from 30 years ago that he was married to and never divorced, right? And then his girlfriend or unofficial wife, who he has now, who just wants to take care of it. So now there's like a legal dispute going on because this lady just wants all of his money. So it's like,
oh, that's rough.
that shit could get fucking messy. Bro.
Yeah, it's really messy. So yeah, maybe not have Jacob Jr.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna be just fucking frozen in some mortuary like for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, no, 2 years.
Did you ever hear about that story about like the nephew and the aunt who like went in on a lotto ticket and they won, or he won or something like that?
Okay.
And like it was a lot, but it wasn't like a lot for like the lottery standards. But it was like 200 grand or whatever.
Okay.
And apparently like the aunt went to go sue him for the money because like they were supposed to go on it together. Or no, it was like she promised him like money.
Yeah.
If they won and they won, and she was just like, nah, like just kidding. And so they like sued each other. Like
Because she didn't follow through with her promise?
yeah, because there's
What a
like,
bitch.
I know. Yeah, dude. Like I feel like people's morals go out the window when money's involved. You want to hear another one before we the last thing I want to talk about, another one I saw on TikTok is this lady, I guess, at some casino in Vegas won like 60 grand on a jackpot. But she was denied because she had an expired driver's license.
What?
Yeah, dude. How pissed.
Wait, so like she's not legally able to drive, or
No, like she has a driver's license and it expired.
okay,
And I guess because it was an expired ID, it's not a valid ID.
that's so fucking dumb.
Therefore, technically, there's no proof that she's like, I guess, like 21, which she was in her 60s, and they denied her winnings.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck!
I think they
dude.
reinstated the money that she gambled into it, but they did not give her the.
That's bullshit. I would burn that place down.
Yeah, dude, I'd go to jail like 100%.
I would melt that place.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, so just goes to show that when money, don't kill your parents over money because, it never turns out for you. But speaking about killing parents, Gypsy Rose is out of prison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's out of prison now, and she is doing just fine, bro.
Good for her.
She is on TikTok, on Instagram. She's on YouTube. There's an actual like TLC show coming out, like where she's like, I'm like, this girl is out. Like the first footage of her out, she's in her fucking pumps, and she's got her hair done, and she's got her fucking nails did, dude. She's looking all good. She's been posting TikToks non-stop, dude.
Yeah.
So now she's out here to do like her tell-all and stuff like that. And I was done. We just had this conversation last night. I had no idea that one show was about like her. I just thought it was about like a sick girl. And
No,
like,
yeah. I mean, like, yeah. Give them a little backstory.
well, I don't even really know the whole backstory. I just found out. For the record, I've been living under a rock, and the only reason I know about this is my girlfriend. I didn't even know who this person was until like of late. So she was sick.
She wasn't sick.
Okay, that's what it was.
So that's what it was. Yeah. Well, she might have had a few things, but her mom had like, what is it, Munchausen's by proxy or something like that, where she like wanted to, she like basically imprisoned her and poisoned her over time so that way she would stay ill. And then also she would take her to the doctor all the time and be like, she's doing this wrong. She would go to like a bunch of different doctors to get bullshit prescriptions for this and that and the other. And basically just tried to keep her like in a wheelchair. Like she was in a wheelchair. She didn't even really need to be, like all this shit. Like she was just convincing her that she was like sick.
For what purpose?
I think it was just to take care of her, just so she was like completely like dependent on her. It was super weird. And then she like started realizing that she wasn't that sick, and she got like this boyfriend, and I think he killed her mom. I don't know for sure. It's been a while since I saw the show. It's been like 4 years or something.
So yeah, I had no idea about any of this, and then now it's like all coming to light, and I'm just like, damn, dude, like she
did live like a fucking fucked up life.
Yeah, because at first I was like, oh wow, like she's taking advantage, and then that's when Sarah was like, no, Like she's just reaping what they sow, right? By
Yeah.
like now, it's like she's getting her fucking justice now. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah,
dude.
good for her.
But she didn't have any money.
Well, she does now.
Now she does. All it took was killing your mom. So maybe, hey, you know what? Maybe you gotta
If she's TikTok famous immediately, she's probably rolling in it now.
that's what we gotta do.
She probably also got a fuck ton of donations.
We gotta do some crazy shit to get TikTok famous. I'm sick of it, man. I don't know. What are we gonna do? I'm making silly fitness videos. I don't know what else can we do.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not really a face for like TikToks. I don't know.
What do you mean? You're a handsome guy. You look good.
Is handsome like being like TikTok though? Like
Yeah,
I
look
don't,
at, well, Matt Rife got famous off TikTok. Look at him. He's handsome
fuck
as hell.
that guy.
Yeah, he's handsome as shit.
I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. I just don't see my niche in TikTok.
I think you just gotta try. I think the hump is being 30 and making your first TikTok video. Once you get rid of that embarrassment, it tends to get better.
I think my niche would probably be like speed drawing, maybe. Like, you know, like,
Well, do something for the show.
but maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe once I start pumping out more animations, I could do like little time lapses of those.
I wish my mom fucking gave me munch-ons by proxy. I'd have a bunch of money. It's not fucking fair. Anyways, if
Wish
you,
I got to go to prison for killing my mom.
yeah, God, if you guys want to help us, you know, become insanely deviant, you know, the hard way, I guess. Patreon.com/Basement Dweller Productions if you want to support the show. We're still looking for ideas for how we're going to celebrate this year-long journey. We'll both be 30 this year. This will be pretty insane. I know. So give us a donation if you like the show. And if you don't like the show, that's fine. But if you live in the Arizona area, make sure you support local anything. That's what the whole point of this show is about. And just don't get into weird fetishes after you win the lottery, okay? It's important. Right?
Don't dig tunnels into bathhouses.
Yeah, don't especially because come on, man. You guys shared a religion with the guy? Come on, dude. Now these conspiracies are stacking up one after the other. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Stay tuned for I was gonna do it in the middle. Shit. All right. Stay tuned for the weigh-in after the episode. So peace out.
And now it's time for the Basement Dwellers weigh-in.
Week 2. Christian weigh-in.
I just ate so much pasta.
Shouldn't have eaten so much pasta. Let's go. What you got? $209.8. How do you feel?
Full of pasta.
That's all right. That's my dinner later. Only 1/4 of it though. So, all right. Week 2. Let's do it. Am I gonna break it again?
284.6.
Oh, 0.04 pounds. Nice. All right. See you week 3.
Stay tuned for more of the Basement Dweller weigh-in.
If you like what you heard, type into their Instagram and Twitter. The information's right below with their email.
It's time you bit the bullet and started caring about something with all your heart and energy.
Be sure to log into the channel by subscribing and check out the previous episodes. But until then, we'll see you next week with a new one. We out for now.